Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mike, aka Canucklehead Hockey, and welcome to today's video. Okay, in today's video, I am talking about the Vancouver Canucks. The season officially starts today. They're playing the Oilers on the road, and I'm super excited. But here's my hot take of how the Canucks are going to do this year. Obviously, they brought in some big-name players like Ekman-Larsson and Connor Garland. Brought in Jaroslav Halak as the backup. So now let's talk about that and ask the million-dollar question. Are the Canucks going to make the playoffs this year? Yes, I absolutely believe they're going to do it this year. I think they have to. Last year was just an absolute disaster. Injuries, COVID, just going back and forth and on the road and everything. It's games going back to back. It sucks. But, the Canucks, at one point last year, they looked like they were going to make it to the playoffs, and then COVID hit, and like the whole team was almost down with COVID. It had COVID, and just went. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. But yeah, on paper, the Canucks are a way better team than last year. So I believe they're going to make the playoffs. I think they have to after what happened last season, and especially with the players they brought in. I watched them in the preseason. They look a heck of a lot better, and yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting for sure. So now here are my hot takes on individual players for the Canucks this year. I'm predicting Connor Garland is going to score 30 goals. I think he has what it takes. He's a very underrated player. He's very fast, great skater, great stick handler. He scores great goals. He's very feisty. I mean, he throws hits like he's like 6'5". I mean, I've liked Connor Garland for a long time, and I personally believe he has what it takes to score 30 goals. I just think playing with guys like Horvat and Pearson or Hoglander, maybe even playing with JT Miller and Elias Pettersson, he could very well score 30 goals, but I personally believe he can do it. Next player I'm going to talk about is Oliver Ekman-Larsson, the big defenseman they got from Arizona. I've liked Ekman-Larsson for a long time, and I personally believe he has what it takes to turn things around in Vancouver, and I think he's going to do that this year. I don't think he's going to have a Norris caliber season. I think he's going to score between 5 to 10 goals and put up between 40 and 55 points, which is still pretty good. But I mean, is he going to probably put up numbers like Cale Makar? I don't think so. I think Cale Makar is going to be the Norris Trophy winning defenseman this year. But I think Ekman-Larsson is going to have a really good season. I like the way he's played so far in the preseason. He looks really good. The blue line for Vancouver already looks 100 times better, and I think he's going to really help out on the power play as well. Now from Elias Pettersson, I think if he stays healthy, he's going to have a really good season. I think Elias Pettersson is going to be up there in Art Ross trophy nomination. I just think he has what it takes. I think Horvat's the captain. You got Brock Besser, Quinn Hughes, obviously, but I think Elias Pettersson is the face of the Vancouver Canucks. He's just an absolutely terrific player. But I personally think he's going to have a really great season this year. If he stays healthy, we could very well see him being an Art Ross trophy nomination, which would be really awesome. And yeah, I'd love to see that. I really like Pettersson, which is why I put him on this jersey. But yeah, if he stays healthy, Pettersson's going to have a great year. Now for Quinn Hughes, number 43, Huggy Bear. I think he's probably, if not, probably one of the top 10 best defensemen in the NHL. And I could see him having a great breakout season. Yes, he's bad defensively. Okay, we get it. But I think this year he's going to do really good. I think he's going to put up the amount of points he did during his rookie season. I could very well see him being a Norris Trophy candidate. I just think he has what it takes. But like I said before, is he going to be putting up numbers like Cale Makar? Probably not. But it'll be interesting to see for sure. But yeah, Quinn Hughes is going to have a great year. Now, I know Brock Besser, he's out currently, and that's really terrible. But I think Brock Besser is going to have a great season this year. One thing I forgot to mention about Elias Pettersson, I'm predicting he's going to lead the Canucks in scoring. I think Brock Besser is going to lead the Canucks in goals. I know I said Connor Garland was going to put up 30 goals. I think Brock Besser is going to put up at least 35 or 36, maybe 37, which would be really awesome. 40 is kind of pushing it. If Besser can score 40, that'd be even better. But yeah, same thing like Pettersson. If he can stay healthy, he can do it. He has one of the best wrist shots in the game. He's got an almost Ovechkin-like one-timer. He's very lethal on the power play. I think if he plays well this year when he comes back and does well on the power play, the Canucks are laughing. And I think I think if their power play works out well this year, I think they're going to have a top 10 best power play in the league. Top 5 is kind of pushing it. Okay, I'm not going to say they're going to be in the top 5, but I think they'll be in the top 10 for sure. I think they have to be. Their power play has to be better, because if your power play doesn't work, then you're in trouble. So yeah, their power play is going to be in the top 10 in the league this year. Now, Captain Bo Horvat, he's undoubtedly one of the best leaders in the NHL. I've liked Horvat ever since he came to the Canucks. As soon as they drafted him, I liked him. And I've liked him for a very, very long time. I think Horvat is going to be one of the best centermen in the league. I think he's going to lead the league in faceoffs. He did that about 1 or 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. But he's just an absolute stud. He's a workhorse. He can do just about anything. I like Horvat. He could very well be in the candidate as for the Selke Trophy. I think he has what it takes. He's a great player, and yeah, I think he's going to have a terrific season. Now we're going to the goaltending. Well, obviously it didn't work with Braden Holtby last year, which really sucked. But what can you do? But Thatcher Demko has proven that he is the Canucks goalie, their main guy going forward. That's why they signed him for 5 years. But now he's got Yaroslav Halak backing him up, which is awesome. I've liked Halak for a long time. Probably when he led the Habs on that run back in 2010. I've liked him ever since. But yeah, he's the backup now. It's only for a 1-year deal. But I think he's going to be a good backup for Thatcher Demko, and I think they're going to do really well. I'm not going to say Demko is going to be up there for the Vezina Trophy. I just don't think he's a Vezina caliber goalie just yet. He's close, but he's not there yet. For the Jennings Trophy, though, if they play well, the Canucks play well, and Demko and Halak are just brick walls, they could very well win the Jennings Trophy. It hasn't been done since Luongo and Schneider won it back in 2011. But that was an unbelievable year for the Canucks, which is unfortunately the year they didn't win the Cup. But I'm predicting Demko and Halak will be Jennings Trophy nominees. I'm not going to say they're going to win, but I'm saying they're going to be nominees. I apologize for the brightness in this room. The sun just happened to come out and it's blinding me, so bear with me. There, how's that? That's better. So overall, I think the Vancouver Canucks are going to have a decent season. They're definitely going to have, I hope, they have a better season than last year, because last year was a disaster. But I think they're going to get back on the right track. I don't see them as being the best team in the Pacific Division. I mean, Vegas is right up there. I mean, Vegas is going to be #1 in the Pacific by far. I don't like Vegas, but I know what kind of team they have. They're a great team. And you've got other teams in there as well. Like there's Edmonton, which everybody's predicting the Oilers are going to do good this year, which I do not see, but I could be wrong. Calgary could have a good season. Anaheim, San Jose, LA, they could have breakout seasons, which I don't think they will. And then you've got the Seattle Kraken, which unfortunately they lost their first game against Vegas last night. I was really enjoying watching that game. I really thought they were going to at least try to win it. They tied it, and then that garbage goal ruined it. But no, I'm excited for Seattle. But I'm going to predict that Vancouver is going to be one of the top teams in the Pacific Division. I'm not saying wild card. They're going to be a guaranteed team to get a playoff spot. But I am predicting they're going to do better than Seattle. I don't see Seattle doing what Vegas did during their first year. I just don't see it. Grubauer has to stand on his head, literally, and back up that team if they have any hopes of being a contender. They've got some talented players, but I do not see it. I mean, I think Seattle will not win the division. I think Seattle will get a playoff spot, but it'll be like a wild card spot. But I'm predicting Vancouver is going to do better than Seattle. That's my prediction. So those are my hot takes or my predictions for the Canucks this season. I have to make these predictions. I mean, the Canucks are my team. I have to make these kind of predictions. But I want to see them do good. I mean, it's been over 50 years, no Stanley Cups, 3 tries, and no luck. But it'll come. It's just when exactly. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Well, anyway, guys, this is the end of this video of my prediction on how the Canucks will do this year. Like I said, I hope they make the playoffs. I think they're going to be a playoff team. On paper, they're a good team, but it's just a matter of how the season goes, like when they start. But yeah, hopefully they can do good, get a playoff spot. I'm not saying they're going to win the Stanley Cup. That'd be really pushing it, but it'll be interesting to see. But anyway, thank you for tuning into this video. I hope I didn't annoy you too much. You're probably going to laugh at me for this video and say whatever you want. The Canucks are a garbage team and whatnot, but they're my team. I got to make these predictions, so I have to do it. But thank you for tuning in. And if you're a Canucks fan, cheer on the Canucks with me. I'm going to be watching the game tonight. Should be fun. But anyway, guys, if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. Share to your friends. Share to fellow Canuck fans. And have yourselves a wonderful day. So this is Mike, aka Canucklehead Hockey. And I'll see you guys again soon. See you later.